South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace serves on the House Armed Services Committee and subcommittees on federal law enforcement, intelligence, and special operations. She's also on the Oversight and Veterans Affairs committees, and we appreciate you coming on today. Thank you.
Thank you.
This should have been done a long time ago. The vetting process was clearly not done properly or done at all. And now we have to do cleanup work. And it's Monday morning football, quite frankly, for the president. How does he now track down all these people in the United States that he wants to now vet after the fact?
Well, number one, I want to state for the record that President Biden created this mess and President Trump is the only one coming and cleaning it up. So I want to thank President Trump and his administration. This is going to be a lot of work, but we saw tragically this morning as Sarah passed away from her injuries that this terrorist murdered her in cold blood, assassinated a soldier. And I hope that we will, as a country, put this guy down, this terrorist down, as quick as humanly possible, because he doesn't deserve to live. And I do believe the president will devote every resource necessary through his administration to do the heavy vetting that was necessary, should have been done years ago, but that was not. And I hope that we'll see more deportations as a result of it, particularly from these third world countries where these people shouldn't be here.
The U.S. Attorney for D.C., Jeanine Pirro, blasted the rhetoric from Democrats about law enforcement, which could have potentially led to this crime. Let's watch.
This left-wing progressive nonsense is nothing more than fueling the flame of division in this country. People should be grateful that the President of the United States has taken crime so seriously in this country that he is bringing in our law enforcement partners so that we can protect the innocent citizens.
Democratic leadership have actually warned Americans that the National Guard that had been put in place since August in cities like Chicago and Washington, D.C. and L.A., where crime has gone way down since doing so, that they could potentially get upset or stressed out and just start shooting Americans. These are volunteers that decided to put their lives on the line to protect Americans and in order to give cops the ability to actually focus on other crimes. So they were there to help, to serve and protect. Democrats are actually driving the narrative that is inspiring people like this monster who shot these two National Guard members.
Well, and it's also Democrats that inspired the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Absolutely.
No less, right? We saw Democrats and the left celebrating his assassination, his political murder all across the country. We had professors, teachers in schools all across the nation who were celebrating political assassination get fired from their jobs because of that. We've seen the increase of shooting on cops throughout the country because of defunding the police by the left, because of the rhetoric of the left. We've seen ICE agents attacked, even attacked by our own members of Congress on the left side of the aisle due to the rhetoric. And no one is being held accountable for any of it. But I know that under Donald Trump, under his presidency and his administration, they are getting after it. And for all those elected officials that believe in sedition, you people in the Democrat Party who are the first ones to say Republicans are a threat to democracy, you are the ones literally telling soldiers to break the law because you don't like President Trump. I hope he comes after you with everything he has.
I get that people have the right to speak. They have the freedom of speech. But when it's speech that invokes hate, that's a hate crime as far as I'm concerned. The FBI, meantime, and the Justice Department are expanding their inquiry into a controversial video from 6 Democratic lawmakers. And in it, they urge military and intelligence personnel to refuse unspecified what they call illegal orders. These are the Democrats in question, 2 senators and 4 congresspeople. As a former Navy pilot, he should know better. Senator Mark Kelly is the only one still under Pentagon jurisdiction. He says he stands by his comments in the video. And here's another one of those Dems, Pennsylvania Congressman Chris DeLuzio.
Do you plan on cooperating?
I'm not planning to sit down for a voluntary interview, no.
Oh, why not?
Well, look, everyone in this country has a right to refuse to do that. And I think this is a clear attempt to intimidate us.
DeLuzio is delusional. First of all, to interfere in the military and their operations, that, quite frankly, is treason. And to call it illegal when the president has ordered as such is false. So, I mean, there are lies and there's interception. It would be, as far as I'm concerned, the equivalent of somebody aiding and abetting a criminal who was arrested for an awful crime. If you're aiding and abetting, then you therefore are charged with a crime. Why do Democrats believe that they're above the law?
Oh, they absolutely believe they're above law. And the irony in the statement that you just aired there, he said this was an act of intimidation to try to interview him. It's literally an act of intimidation of our troops by telling them to break the law. And I agree with President Trump on this. This is treason. This is sedition. And those individuals in the Democrat Party, they are not above the law. And I hope that the president and his administration will prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law, wherever that may lead, and that people have to go to jail for this sort of thing.
Congresswoman Nancy Mace, I agree with you. Thank you so much for talking to us again today.
Thank you.
Thank you.